Hello there, everybody. How are you doing? It is Rosanna here with some Rosy Glow Co-Creation Magic. And I am excited because it feels like we've been getting information about this energy that is now upon us for a long time. And to actually be in the space of living it rather than waiting for it is the invitation of this solar eclipse and this eclipse season, really, with this new moon in Cancer. So just while I'm waiting for people to come on, it's important to remind you that I'm recording this, or I'm live at 1 o'clock UK time, and welcome anybody who's joining now. The new moon will actually be at 8:17 p.m. UK time. Universal time is an hour before that, so that will be 7:17. And the actual eclipse point, the midpoint of the eclipse, is at 8:24 or 7:24 Universal time. So this evening is perfect to tune in. You'll really be able to feel the power of it. And it was actually the last new moon that I was awoken with a message. Literally got woken out of my sleep with, boom, the portal is complete. And it was actually a full moon I could see with a rainbow outline, which I've shared in the thumbnail, this beautiful crystal, which is called peacock ore. And I have lots of pieces of it because I'm totally blown away by it. I've been fascinated by crystals. Hey, Jid, lovely to see you. But there's 3 pieces of it here. They're everywhere. And what's beautiful is it can look grey on the outside, but then if it breaks, you get all these lovely golds coming up. It's just phenomenal. And it's lovely to also have my hands on ethically sourced crystals, because if you love crystals like I do, you'll know it's a bit like the diamond trade. There's all sorts of things that can be going on to get these beautiful stones to us. So we want to make sure we know where they're coming from and that they're sourced with love and respect for everyone. Also, if you've got a cup of cacao, please feel free to bring it near you. We're going to do a little toast. I've got Keith's cacao here. I'm not actually drinking any because I've had so much cacao in the last 2 days that I basically need to not have any cacao. So I have found that if you actually just hold the cacao to you, you can also put it on your palms or third eye. Hey, Irina, welcome. Then you get a very beautiful connection with the cacao diva anyway. So those of you who haven't got any cacao, don't worry. We'll transmit the vibrations. And again, these are the tools that I use. So I just wanted to share with you that these 3 Oracle healing cards, which are from Leslie Sloan's deck, the Oracle healing cards, have been coming up for me big time. And this one here is an image of, well, there's a lot of blue, as you can see. This is of a man and a jet and £1 million, and kind of like he's got all of the trappings of the material world, but what is the sacrifice he's had to make? And this very much relates to what this new moon co-creation is going to be about, because we're living in a world where we believe, just because of the duality consciousness and the lack consciousness, that it's always either or, and we're stepping out of either or, that we have to sacrifice one thing for the other and actually accept that it's and this and more. So very often we make the mistake of believing that in the pursuit of material prosperity, we have to compromise our spiritual prosperity, our spiritual integrity. And in the past, that might well have been true. But in today's day and age, those of us who are co-creating the New Earth paradigm need to be able to be masters of both the physical reality and also the spiritual reality. So the unseen and the seen. And the other 2, so the way of integrating duality is through unity. And here you have a beautiful couple united, and I believe those are doves. The story of the pigeons, some of you will be well aware of, Irina particularly. So it's through integrating our inner masculine and inner feminine that we are able to heal the wounds of the masculine that have had to stay separate and isolated and shut down, to be able to co-create in the physical world without feeling the pain of those co-creations. So the suffering that we've all endured by shutting down our heart to be able to achieve what is needed in the material. Survival, basically, rather than thriving. And then relationship with time. Okay, so this guy here is in a box. Well, he's in a tempest of his own making. You've got the rainbow around, and basically he's got all these dials to tell him where to go, but he's going nowhere. He's going nowhere fast at all. And what that's about is basically, again, divine time and human time are very different. So if we want to move into this portal of co-creating our reality and stepping into the fifth dimensional paradigm where what we focus on, we create, because we've aligned our subconscious programming with our conscious will, then we are in a position where we have to understand that divine time and human time aren't quite the same. And so what we do in a lack consciousness is we say, I'm always late, or I'm always early, or I'm always whatever. And actually, when we really embed in the truth of always being in alignment with divine timing, then we're never late, we're never early, we're just on time. And to trust that and to deal with the resistance that brings up. Most people are in fear. Okay, this is what's happening at the moment. The purge of false expectations, false evidence, false emotion appearing real is gripping people by the ghoulies. And Sarah Verber was talking about, she was pulling some cards and she was talking about this particular new moon and pulled the 10 of Cups and then the Devil card. And I wrote some notes this morning. So just before we toast the cacao, in fact, we'll toast the cacao first. I will read you my notes in a moment because they came streaming through, as did the prayer this morning. So I'll get there in a second. Let's just do the cacao blessing. So if you've got a cup of cacao, then please bring it to your heart. If you haven't, then I will transmit cacao vibes to you. So what we want to do is just take a moment to close our eyes. This isn't the main co-creation, it's just to get us in the zone. So what I'm seeing straight away is a golden wheel, with the hub of the wheel being our own hearts. So the center of this wheel of love light, golden love light, Christ consciousness, compassion, is in the heart. And I invite you to soften your heart, soften your pelvic floor, soften the crown of your head, open up the gateways. And invite the cacao diva, the spirit of the cacao bean, cacao plant, to make a connection with you. And the way this is done is to imagine a smile in your heart. Just let that smile be felt in your heart. And let it spread across your lips, your face. And welcome now the downpour of golden love light, the golden shower, ha ha ha, down upon you. Moving through your physical and energetic being, moving into your earth chakra, which is just below the soles of your feet. Energizing your earth chakra so you have liquid golden light, love light beneath you, spreading across the crystalline grid, which is around the surface of the earth, just like that. And then pooling into the heart of Mother Earth, the center of our planet, which is a macrocosm of your microcosm. So if you feel your heart and your sphere around you, you are now Mother Earth. Your heart, the center of her planet, the planet, the ascending Earth. And equally, I am the sun, you are the sun, we are the sun, the center of this huge ball of fire, transformation of fire. And so we invite the cacao diva in to bring balance and harmony wherever it's needed in our lives, through insight, through divine grace. Grace being the frequency that allows, through the power of revelation, us to let go easily of what no longer serves us, thought forms, beliefs, behaviors, so that we can truly align with the gifts that are always freely given and gifted to us. We just have to say this. And feel the golden love light also rising up like sap through your body. And this is activating your core line, your inner lightsaber, which is a rod of light that extends from your heart down to your earth chakra and up into the sun. straight line. And this feeds the outline of your physical body, so this is glowing. And then it moves outward to awaken the light body, which may be a 6-pointed star or a diamond shape. When I say diamond, I mean like a deck of cards diamond, like the Ace of Diamonds. And also the outline of your sphere. Feel the toroidal flow of a fountain of light expanding up and around and then down and around as well. So you are this column of love light, this acupuncture needle of love light, awakened, connected, ready to work for the highest good of all, through your own stuff, in service to all of this planet's inhabitants, humanity, and then all of the different elements, and our universal consciousness. That this becomes a planet of peace, of abundance and prosperity. The paradise planet that it is intended to be. When you're ready, you can just bow your head to your lovely heart. And slowly bring yourself back. Very nice. That's just a little centering, just to get us in the flow. I've got these lovely Sri Yantra earrings on. These are again by Divine Design. I will leave the link, and I am still wearing the seed of life, and I've got a golden bikini on. Yeah, baby! And the whole thing with this, my dears, is that it's about basically being in the celebration of abundance, of prosperity, of creative flow, and recognizing that there's a new frequency that's come in recently, which is called the rose gold flame. And this is to help us to nullify the black box technology. So Magenta Pixie talks about this. You can check her out. But basically, nothing has any power over us, but we have come to believe that things do. Whether it's EMFs, whether it's microwaves, whether it's pesticides, herbicides, whatever your thing is, like there are environmental threats that attack us. They could be entities. And as you enter into an eclipse period, it is said that when you create, or when an eclipse corridor opens, so between the lunar and solar eclipses, solar and lunar eclipses, normally we start with lunar and move to solar, but we're starting with the solar, I believe, this summer and moving to lunar. Apparently all the souls that are due to incarnate in the next 6 months all descend at the same time upon the planet. So one of the key things to support us through this period and to actually make the most of it, because eclipses are known to create shifts, okay, to create sudden change, to get you on your path if you are not fully aligned with it. So the emotions that need to be triggered are going to be triggered to support us to let them go, because we can't take them with us. There'll be shadow emotions preventing us from being able to ascend, okay? So what happens again with this is the invitation to let go of all of the beliefs that anything has any power over you, and also at the same time to recognize that there are energies and entities that are around, that if we have a susceptibility towards a certain form of attack, then we can become vulnerable to it. You know my fear of snakes, or you may know my fear of snakes. So as I've become more powerful, I've seen more snakes. I never used to see them, I just used to fear them. But I've had to now come to a point of really allowing that exploration of why am I scared of snakes, and does it really matter? Let's just let this deep, deep fear rise out of my body, because actually the version of me that I want to energize is the me that can walk barefoot anywhere and doesn't fear. And that's, again, about the transparency and the openness of knowing where you want to be and actually being able to own where you currently are and to have love and compassion for yourself. So welcome everybody who's joining. You know, all of this is about accepting your shadow and your light, and integrating the two and giving yourself permission, even if you don't know how you're going to get there, to have a vision of the you that isn't fazed by the things or worried about the things that currently worry you. And also to believe that it is safe to be powerful, because usually those of us who are stepping out of the struggle paradigm, the fear-based programming, into being authentic, autonomous beings that co-create our reality consciously, are fearful of persecution, are fearful of being attacked. Because we all know what it's like when someone actually is envious of you, when someone is not prepared to step up and actually claim that they are also co-creators. So would rather spend their time attacking you for you daring to. And if you've been bullied, I know I have as a child in school, then you'll remember that, and you'll remember the fear around it. So we want to clear all this up, and that's what we're doing. The session today is really going to be about taking the devil and loving up the devil so we can have the 10 of Cups. And the way that I wrote about it is here. It's about letting your soul take control. So you're in our journey so far, we've been learning to move, see, from the solar plexus to the heart, to activate the higher heart. And now we're bringing in our soul love light, and we're saying, soul, be my compass. So when I say surrendering my personal will to divine will, I'm talking about this. I'm talking about your soul being your inner compass and giving that permission. So I'm reminded of the original, well, there's a few things that have come up recently for people around me, but this whole idea of I am that I am, claiming something as truth and where it came from. And it's as old as our Bibles are, you know, it's been a long, long time that it's been in existence. And actually it was apparently Moses and the burning bush. This is all part of the story. And when you let your soul get in control, your soul's going to command of you to do things, and your human self is going to go, what? How am I going to explain that? No, I can't do that. What are you talking about? And it's like, you just do. You just show up. You just allow yourself to align with it, and the way will become evident. And that's what we're being asked to do. So some key themes for us to move into the fifth dimensional consciousness, which is why we're here, is to develop the qualities of accountability, authenticity, vulnerability, transparency, autonomy, integration, and recalibration. What's the other one? Harmonization. So Irina kind of brought up vulnerability, and there was another word as well that she brought up recently when I was working with her in one of our sessions. And it's just one of these things that being willing to step forward as something we haven't been in the past requires us to download programs, the same as the Matrix, right? Which, you know, if you've never had the experience of a happy relationship, how do you create it? If you haven't seen a happy relationship around you, how do you create it? Success in your life, if all you've seen around you is failure, how do you create it? You've got to employ your imagination and start to envisage what it might feel like. Then you can work out what it will look like. So I know those of you who've been working with me a while will know what this process is. So the 10 of Cups is representative of what we want, and hopefully you've all got a clear idea of that. And then the devil is what we need to evolve, what we judge, what we condemn, what we separate from, what we don't integrate. Okay, so I would say that's the ego will, surrendering it to divine will. So this means loving up the Trumps, the Johnsons, the Hitlers, accepting that these are all aspects of ourselves to integrate. They're all representations of the wounded masculine. And this has been coming up a lot with this solstice time, okay, is actually as the feminine is rising, what does the sacred masculine look like? And again, I'll share a link in the video content, the text box below after, which is a nice article from Wake Up World about the divine masculine. But a lot of us are confused how to show up in ourselves as our inner masculine in a positive and healthy way, never mind in our relationships with others. So we're seeing what's dysfunctional before we can get a sense of what is functional and what is optimal. So just be open to that exploration without judgment. For me, yeah, this relationship with time and money, the lack of consciousness seems to be coming up for people. It just doesn't ever seem to be enough. resources, time, money, love. So how do you make that different? Well, in a place where you have no space, you create space. You recognize that in an in-breath and an out-breath, a whole breath is an in-breath and an out-breath. But there's also a pause between the in-breath and the out-breath, and a pause between the out-breath and the in-breath. And that's where all the magic is possible. So nothing's ever the same. Things are constantly evolving. And so we want to follow that, just like the journey of the moon. It's being born tonight. It's going to go through the next 2 weeks to being really full, and then it's going to start to die down again till we have no moon, and then it becomes a new moon again. The thing is, the moon's always the moon, right? It's just how we see it. But so there's an eternal element, and then there's also the fact that things are constantly changing. Our soul, our spirit is eternal. Our bodies are ancient, and yet they carry codes. And although they're ancient, they're also constantly changing. So, you know, we get older and wiser, but that's the physical being. The soul is constantly gaining experience and integrating more aspects of its beingness. And that's what we do through these meditations. So I've been seeing, as I said, with this image that came to me, I've been seeing this rainbow flame and looking at what the colours actually are. And I don't know yet what's going to come through today. So we're going to tune in and bring it in. But you have a purple here. It looks like a violet magenta, which is the flame of passionate compassion. You have the aqua blue or the turquoise blue of the New Earth paradigm, and also what I would say is divine wisdom from the triple flame that I work with my coaching and Susanna's coaching. You've got the there's a beautiful burnt orange in here, which is what I've been seeing as divine desire. And then you could claim the ruby red as divine passion, emerald green. Like, all of the chakras are now getting upgrades in terms of their colours, and their colours are sparkly and shiny. I just wish I could give you a sense of just how amazing this is. You'll have to get some. You can get in touch with me if you want some, because I am selling it. And then there's this lovely gold version of it as well inside all the other colours that are there. So a reminder of the way that I work with the chakra system is I'm working with 13 chakras, not 7, on the basis that we have the center of the earth, we have our earth chakra, then we have the 7 we know about. Then we go into our soul chakra, and from the soul chakra, you then have the stellar gateway. From there, you have the universal gateway and the cosmic gateway. So these relate to suns. You might have heard of the central sun, and then the galactic sun. So the central sun is like the center of our, well, you could say the soul star is effectively our sun, our solar system sun. And then you could say the stellar sun is basically our galactic sun. Okay, so solar system, galactic, and then you have the universal, and then you have the cosmic. Again, in the terminology of us trying to understand everything, we get lost between what one person says and another. It doesn't really matter. What matters is you have a sense of that column, that connection, and your connection to it, because you're bringing that love light down through your being. And I really love this image in the diamond shape around the physical. This is from Universal Life Tools, so another coach who's doing some great work. And I really like this because I was seeing it before I actually found that. So when you draw it, so we'll see what's coming through in terms of the rest of the chakra colors. But at the moment, I'm going to just trust what comes in as what we need. And as I said, that the intention we are seeding today that will see us through to clearing up the resistance with the next full moon is I am allowing my soul to take control. So if you've got any feelings towards that, let me know. Okay, let's just put it in the subject heading. Otherwise, I'm just going to get on with the co-creation. I do want to bring some more of these colours in. Has anyone got any questions so far? Because we've been having, well, magenta is seen here as 19th chakra, violet gold 20th chakra, platinum's the 22nd chakra. There's a lot of blue that's been coming through, and the shimmering gold I've been seeing is the 12th chakra. So if we see the 12th chakra as the universal gateway, okay, this is where the co-creation council comes through, or the co-creation collective. And as I channel the co-creation collective, then that would make perfect sense, wouldn't it? The rose gold, have we got any coming up in this one? Not that I can see that. Oh yeah, the pink gold is the 18th chakra. Okay, so this is going towards the magenta, the violet gold is going up. So we're bringing that through the shimmering gold of the 12th chakra. The 13th chakra, interestingly, so that would be the cosmic gateway, the connection to source, is a violet pink, otherwise known as passionate compassion, violet magenta. I have another version here that gives slightly different versions. Violet pink is the 12th chakra. The 11th chakra here, which would be the stellar gateway, it's not the co-creation council, it's the one below. So it's the oversoul and the angels and archangels is the gold. And then we have, ooh, gold with rainbow, exciting. Let's see if we've got the gold. White gold. Pink, orange, and the 10th. I mean, it's fascinating how these things overlap. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make sure. So gold and pale magenta would be the 31st chakra. So you could say that's the rose gold. But anyway, whatever you're getting, trust that is the right frequency that you need at the moment to be able to integrate your multidimensional self. Because all the bits of you that you reject, that are really the things we see outside of us that we just can't seem to say, how can that possibly be a part of me? Well, that's an aspect of your wounded masculine or wounded feminine that needs loving up in order to become its ascended version, its sacred version. So like I said, the Johnsons, Boris Johnsons in our country, the Trumps of the world are representative of our wounded male aspect, right? So we want to give them an upgrade. So we're going to put everything that pisses you off, everything that you're scared of, and everything that pisses you off into a sphere, and we're going to love it up. We'll see the frequencies that come through. I'm just going to trust what they are. Okay, so when you're ready, we shall begin. I'm a bit excited. Rubbing your hands together. Having a little shake. Resetting the nervous system. Good work. And then bringing your hands to your heart center. If you've got your crystals, we'll do a little cleanse with those as well. I'm just going to lean back. Close your eyes. Come into your breath. And as you bring your awareness to your heart center, remember it's like a mast. It's like a signal emitter, like a radar. When I tune into my heart, I'm radiating the peacock or frequencies, the rainbow flame. This is connected to Krishna consciousness, right? And Krishna is the supreme God. And I believe that the spokesperson for this Krishna consciousness is Christ. That might be wrong. So notice the colours, the frequencies you're emitting, and as you connect to your heart, invite a huge sphere of compassion to surround you. Allow yourself to be in the presence of your full being, knowing that whatever the next few weeks bring up are the things that need to come up to align you fully with your path. So there's no need to resist any of it. Bring it on. We are all subscribing to our divine design timeline. So allow your breath to deepen. Please repeat after me. I am all that is. I am the one self I am. I am that I am. I am unity consciousness. I am source consciousness. I am the source of my creations. I am the creator of my reality. I am a multi-dimensional being of love and light. I am sovereign. I am free. I am aligning with Earth's ascension time. I am surrendering my programmed ego will to my divine soul will. I am divine prosperity. I am divine abundance. I am divine love. I am divine wisdom. I am divine power. I am allowing my soul to take control. I am co-creating grace and ease in everything. I am co-creating my personal paradise. I am co-creating the win-win-win in everything. I am my higher self from my divine design time. I am that. I am. So let yourself take a few deep breaths. Let all of those truths percolate within your beingness, awakening all layers of your being in all directions of space and time. Let yourself feel well rooted. Remind yourself that you are safe. You have a safe container to co-create within. And you cannot possibly fuck this up. It's very important. Okay, so on your behalf, I'm cleansing the crystals. You can repeat after me or just listen. I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am. I am cleansing these crystals to renew their power so they may bring peace and harmony and benefit humankind. I command that all unhelpful energy be taken to where it can be transmuted into pure love light, so that only the purest vibrations of love and light exist within these crystals for the highest good of all. And so it is, and so it shall be. Okay, so you can release your hand from your heart if you wish. I want to remind you that your sphere is a safe container for you and all of your beingness. I'm commanding on your behalf that any frequency that is not of the purest vibrations of love and light leave your sphere now and be taken to where it can be transmuted into pure love and light. And I'm calling in all of your guides, all of your teachers, all of the ascended masters, the elementals, the beings that flow to you in love and light in the highest service to the highest good of all. Your ancestors, star family, soul family, all of the beings that are in helpful service to the highest good, the angels and archangels, unicorns, fairies, birds, bees, everything. Physical and non-physical, in alignment with love and thriving, to step forward. You feel that presence, feel that love. Beautiful. So remember to keep breathing. Very important part of staying alive and thriving is to breathe. And with the new moon comes the intention setting, and the intention is to allow our souls to take control. So it's to let go of all the areas that we feel we need to be responsible for things that actually are not our responsibility and actually do not serve anyone when we take that responsibility. So I'm going to ask you now to create a replica sphere in front of your face of the one that surrounds you. And if you haven't worked with the sphere of compassion before, what you'll see is that the sphere is a holographic sphere. And so all around you it exists. And it takes the form, that might be better for you, it takes the form of basically the flower of life. So if you were to look at it, you'd see that the walls of the sphere are all made of trillions of little spheres, all spinning on their own axis. And they are transmuting the frequencies of energy around you into pure love light. So now when you create that replica sphere in front of you, you'll see that it is exactly the same as the one that surrounds you. And the one that surrounds you is your energy field. It is your multidimensional self. And so give yourself permission to receive the blessings of this new moon. And you can almost imagine the crescent of the moon dripping the insights, the nectar of enlightenment through the crown of your head. This pure liquid love light moving down through your body. And as this moves through you, it will start to release from you that which is in resistance to you living fully in your soul's truth. And so when you create this intention, I am allowing my soul to be in control. The surrender required is a very deep trust. And the resistance is internal because of how long we've held on to our crutches and our handicaps. So I'd like you to put all of your perceived handicaps, all of the things that you think are wrong about you, into the sphere, whether it's stubbornness, jealousy, anger, frustration, envy, judgment. If you're not sure, just think of Donald Trump, think of Boris Johnson, think of the mistreatment of animals and humans and injustice. Consider all of the things that we can't help but shake our heads to on this planet right now. Like, really? This makes no sense. And know that if it's out of you, it's in you as well. So if you can see it, it's like breaking wind. If you smelt it, you dealt it, they say. So like you get to own these aspects of your being and do the cleanup act on your behalf, on their behalf. Allow those droplets of truth to move through you and to reveal everything that's ready to be released. Any and all resistance to the I am statements that we stated together. And just breathe them into the sphere in front of you. Breathe deeply. Inhale, gather all of that energy. Exhale, put it into the sphere in front of you. Inhale, gather it all, and exhale, place into the sphere in front of you. So place also the conflict within you, whether there's unresolved scenarios, whether there's people that you know you take responsibility for that you need to stop taking responsibility for because it's not serving them to grow. Whether it's work you don't want to do anymore that you feel you have to do. That it's a relationship that you're holding on to on the one hand but want to let go of on the other. Anything that seems out of truth, out of alignment, out of that place of grace and peace. Let the sphere spin. And let it continue to draw from your cellular, molecular, atomic, and subatomic memory. And all the waves and particles of your quantum field and photon stream. From the physical, etheric, emotional, mental, and astral bodies, from the divine blueprint template, celestial and causal bodies. All of the implants, all of the sabotage that exists consciously or unconsciously that keeps you where you're stuck. Just gonna close the window. Give me 1 second. Keep breathing. So letting go of the relationship with time as you know it, the relationship that you have currently with your material world and your spiritual world. All the things that seem in lack, frustration, everything you feel powerless about. And just keep allowing the sphere to spin, to keep pulling from you everything. And on your behalf, I am commanding now, particularly from the astral plane, but any dimension where there are attachments and entities connected to you that resonate with some aspect of your shadow, be released now. If they are not in service to the highest good of all, if they are not in service to purest frequencies of love and light, and they're just siphoning off you, or they're using your human body to gratify their own desires, I am commanding on your behalf, they're all released. So anything connected to struggle that is attached to you as an entity, as a frequency, releasing into the sphere. It's like cobwebs, skins, cords, all sorts of things. We don't cut them, we just remove them, they just go. And I'm calling in Archangel Michael's sword of compassion to move down through the crown of your head. So it moves all the way down into your pelvic floor, connecting to your earth chakra. And that frequency of pure, clear, liquid love light works to dissolve any of those attachments from within. So any receptor cells that keep those connections, those attachments active. And it could be attachments to physical pleasures like coffee or tobacco or chocolate or alcohol or carbohydrates or refined sugar, sweets, recreational drugs, whatever your thing is that you think is your thing, just let it go in the sphere. It's great to feel that you don't need anything. You can choose to partake in things, but you don't need anything. And now bring in the pure, clear love light of the infinite love flame. And say 3 times, I am infinite love. I am infinite love. I am infinite love. Let it flow down through your body into your earth chakra. Around the planet via the crystalline grid. Into the heart of Gaia. Back up through your body. And from your heart into the sphere in front of you, restoring, returning all of that stuff, that bumpy stuff, into 0 point, raw, creative energy, source energy. And so the implication is that we are purely beings of clear liquid love light, like moonlight. The outline of the physical body, the light body, the sphere is glowing, this pure, clear liquid love light. And so bring in now the diamond fire. And this is a violet flame with diamond speckles in it that reflect the colours of the rainbow. And as this moves down through you, just say, I am the diamond fire, I am the diamond fire, I am the diamond fire. You can feel from the inside any attachments, any connections to these old stories getting dissolved. So for many of us, there's been a lot of pain coming up. So a lot of grief, a lot of sadness, a lot of fear. So feel those attachment points, like I can feel a piece here and I can feel a piece in my shoulder just being cleared. Just let the attachments to these cords dissolve, however they're attached. You're letting go of your attachment. If we consider the implications of letting go of our old identity, this is what we are doing, who we think we are or have been. So allowing this old part of us to die doesn't tend to happen too quickly and easily. Just allow it. And bring in the emerald green flame. I am the emerald green flame. I am the emerald green flame. I am the emerald green flame. to heal the incision points of these cords and to transmute the frequency of the receptor cells so that we're not receptive to these attachments reattaching. Great. So letting go of the attachment to persecution, to being stabbed in the back, to our suspiciousness being proved right. I'm going to let go of the suspicious mind. Goes into the sphere, gets loved up along with the infinite love, the violet, well, the diamond fire, and the emerald green flame. So here we're healing the wounds of the masculine and learning the balance of the sacred feminine and masculine. What does that mean in us, in each of us, expressed in each of us? Now bringing in the golden flame of the divine masculine. To give it permission to flow through you. I am the golden flame. I am the golden flame. I am the golden flame. So as it moves down and around the planet into the core, it shoots back up through our own bodies and into the sphere in front. And so this golden flame is the divine masculine in balanced form. So that would look like a balanced patriarchy, although patriarchy wouldn't exist on our planet. Balanced form and order. And let it anchor around the planet into her core, back up through your body and out through your heart into the sphere. So it's like the magic fairy dust, the golden glitter. You've got a beautiful emerald green, violet, clear bright light, diamond sparkly, rainbow reflecting, multi-dimensional sphere to step into. This is preparing your mind, body, spirit system for that portal jump. And now create a golden bridge from your heart into the sphere. So you might see it as a rainbow, you might see it as golden. Very clearly came through as golden. Let that sphere expand around you that's in front of you. All those beautiful colours. Step in, breathe them into your being. Take them into your very core, take them into your womb space, take them into your testes, take them into your kidneys, your heart, your liver, your lungs, your glands, your bones, your muscles, the muscle fibers, the ligaments, the tendons, the synovial fluid, the fascia, the brain, all of the neurotransmitters in the brain, all of the neuropathways, everything's getting this rainbow upgrade. Feel your spiritual backbone get activated. If you were looking at your spine, you'd see this amazing goldy, glittery rainbow spine. It's like no rainbow you've seen before. Your bone structure, your hair. See the outline of your physical body and your light body and your core line and your sphere glistening, these hues of violet and emerald and clear light and sparkly diamonds and rainbow reflections and gold. Take it in until you're overflowing with these beautiful colors. They're emitting the signal all around you to attract to you everything that's in alignment and protecting you also from any influence that isn't in resonance with your divine truth. Just leave it at that. It's the antivirus of our new earth paradigm, of our divine design blueprint. And the antibacterial. I'd say it's pro well-being. And now from your heart, drop an anchor down into your earth chakra and down further into your the center of the earth. Hey, bye, Pero. Hello. And now I command an axotonal alignment in your behalf. So everything aligns with this. Everything. You see through eyes that are aligned with this. You hear through ears aligned with it. Feel through hands, through touch, through sense aligned with this upgrade. I am allowing my soul to be in control. Feel what that's like to be guided by your soul love light. And breathe yourself back through your feet. So you're starting to breathe this new frequency right down through you into your physical reality. Thanks for the subscription. And now please repeat after me as you bring yourself back through your feet, through your body into this here and now. I command this process continues until completion. Anchor, anchor, anchor. Recalibrate, align. Balance and harmonize. In my physical reality, in all relevant dimensions and space and time, for graceful integration, manifestation, and co-creation. And so it is, and so it shall be. Great work. So just let yourself start to breathe back into this now moment. Appreciate that some of you have got to go to work. But just allowing that deepening of your breath, that anchoring of your soul love light into your physical being. It's powerful work. You know, outside there's pruning and drilling and all sorts going on. But this is powerful rearranging of our human structure with our divine architecture. So if you're still with me, please do comment. Please let me know how you are. Let me know that you're feeling grounded. Bye, Pero. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, I do not understand Spanish. And yes, the eclipse will be in Chile, so well done if you're there and you get to see it. Please do let me know how you get on with these co-creation meditations because they are very powerful. You're welcome, Marina. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do. Please subscribe, please share, please open to the notifications. It's how I get to share more of these with more people and to keep things free. And also, if you are interested in my coaching work, then please get in touch. Okay, so Victoria's saying beautiful, colourful and cleansing, and Irina needs a bit more grounding. Yes, so breathe through your feet. So put your golden boots on, okay? Put your or iron boots on, like iron ore, and just breathe through your feet. Feel the weightiness of your feet. We have as Kaipacha was talking about, the pranavayu goes up and the apanavayu goes down. So the apanavayu is used to give birth with, and then the pranavayu moves upwards. So your liberating current is moving up and your manifesting current moving down. So to really anchor this, you get to manifest it more easily. So again, just checking in with everybody. And Victoria, if you're still here, just bearing in mind all of the shadow stuff you've had to deal with recently, remembering each of us that anyone that seems like an enemy on the outside is a part of us to integrate within. So when we feel really opposed to something externally, it is an aspect of our being that needs our love and acceptance and approval, so that they don't have to keep acting out. So for the least powerful people, the people that seem to be the more meek and more reserved and soft, there'll be some very powerful aspects of themselves that will scare them, that they need to integrate. And for those of us who are a bit more indigo and less crystal, that sort of strong energy that we have, the yang energy that's less yin, more yang, will also have a counterpart, which is the meeker aspects of us, the more vulnerable, the more sensitive, the less willing to step forward bits of us that need our love and approval as well. So remember, it's all about integrating your opposites. I've got Azure Rising saying, I'm receiving it all and trusting totally. I'm in the center of the building in someone else's office. Brilliant. I love it. Well, you're transmitting that for everyone there. Let me know how that goes. Has anyone got any questions before we draw this to a close? So again, just a little reminder, thanks for subscribing. If you want to know more about my coaching work, then please head on over to rosieglow.com. If you would like to join me in person for a fabulous self-celebration retreat at the end of September, 27th to 29th in south of England. It's really near Brighton, Henfield. We have Rosy Glow retreats that I'll put the link to as well. Divine Designs jewelry for the earrings. And thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for liking my Facebook page, Rosy Glow, being my friend on Rosanna Calebetsos. And also, what was the other thing? Prosperity Challenge, new moon today. So if you want to get into increasing your prosperity mindset, your abundance, your flow of physical prosperity, so material prosperity, then head over to the website and rosieglow.com and subscribe to the Star Salutation Prosperity Challenge. Also, any of you who are going to Buddha Fields this year, I'm going to be running 3 workshops in the women's space and 1 in the main arena. I think it's Saturday. Saturday 7 till 9 in the main arena. Great. Well, Jid, if you want to share anything, let us know. It'd be lovely. I'm happy to stay on a little bit longer for those of you who want to stay on and share what's going on for you. If you got to go, you got to go. Loads of love from me. Take care. Thank you so much. I'm excited to hear about this synchronicity, Jid. Well done, Arena. Yeah, the prosperity challenge. Thank you. You are wonderful too. More and more, I'm just having to show up. I feel really unprepared. It's like, oh, I wanted to be in the garden and I wanted to do this, and that's like, well, time brings me here right now. See you soon. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on with sharing all these links. Give it another moment. And if you've just done this when the eclipse took part, I'm imagining you're going to have phenomenal dreams. So let's intend to dream our dreams awake. This morning, the smell of fresh coffee woke me up, but there was no one in the house. My guides put fresh coffee under my nose so I'd wake up because I didn't set an alarm. All right, I'm going to go now. So, loads of love. Take care. Have a beautiful 2 weeks till I see you for the full moon co-creation. Remember, this is a paid-for service, the full moon one, but it is a very deep healing. So we'll be taking what we've done today and clearing up the resistance that has shown up in the next couple of weeks so that we can keep practicing jumping into that portal with joy. All right then, loads of love. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye.